Hello students, today we are going to take the second part of the second unit in which you will learn what was the result of the First World War. So first of all, we shall discuss now what happened regarding the First World War. Now, first point is the destruction of man and material. So approximately 66.5 crore people took part. 6.5 crore people took part, and among them 1 crore died and 2 crore were injured, and 70 lakhs were rendered permanently handicapped. So this is really a big loss. The total war expenditure was $337 billion, 35,000 pounds. So if we convert into rupees, 35 multiplied by 90 rupees, that is the pound. Now more number of the people died because of starvation and other forms of killing and epidemic. So this was the destruction of man and material. And there was again the second point is the social change. During the war, as we know that majority of the men of the all nations on the war front, so the responsibility of the family and the occupation came on the woman. Women stepped out their homes and successfully took over the responsibility of the different professional fields until they were confined and they were kept into the houses. But because of the war, most of the men were on the battlefield, so there was no any alternative to work outside, so women had to come out for the work. So the self-confidence of being equivalent to men enhanced. Consequently, the demand for women to exercise their franchise was raised. Children's condition became too much pathetic. And during the war, production of the things of the basic necessities had reduced. So problem like society, unemployment, starvation, everything, strikes, lockout, starvation raised because there was a problem. Basic necessities were not being fulfilled. So what happened? Unemployment, obviously. There was no job at all. Even the starvation because of the poverty was increased. Women had to come out to work. And again lockout, strikes, everything raised. But among them, the most important outcome effect was the Treaty of Versailles, which was occurred on June 1919. According to the Treaty of the Versailles, there were province-like regional arrangement, reduction in troops and disarmament, the arrangement of the distribution of the gains at the end of the war, and war fine and other provisions in the treaty. The American President, British Prime Minister, French President, Italian President played an important role in this treaty. Who played an important role in this treaty? American President, British Prime Minister, French President, Italian President played an important role. Germany was found responsible for the war. So a war fine 6.5 billion pound. Again repeat, the war fine by these countries, America, England, France and Italy, had imposed on Germany 6.5 billion pound. It was a huge amount. and it had to give away the Ruhr region to France, and which was very productive one for the minerals. It was the full of the, or it was the abundance of the minerals, and that was the necessary for the economic development. So that region was to be given away to the France. Its Rhine River had to be open for the international sea route. Another big feedback, not feedback but setback for the Germany. Alsace and the Lorraine regions were to be returned to the France, and there was bitterness and desperation among the German. Consequently, German economy failed in no time. It was really a bigger setback for the Germany. German economy who could not bear all these things. And there was a feeling of the revenge in signing the treaty with the nations that were defeated in the war, because it was an humiliating feeling among the people. It was a revenge in signing, because peace could not be established with the type of the treaty. Socialist Russia was not given a place in League of Nations. America did not join the League of Nations. That is why it can be said the reason for the Second World War is in the peace process of the First World War itself. So now you all will have to write down the short note, the effects of the First World War.